Now, I'd like to welcome on stage Mr. Yasir Azman, Chief Marketing Officer, Grameenphone Limited.
So good morning. How are you all? YouthFest, youths and the future of Bangladesh. Good to see you all. Very short introduction. I just probably passed through like last 15 years when I started, 17 years when I started career, I have passed through what you were all, right? আমার short background, খুবই average student, not a very renowned school, Dhanmondite Kakuli High School. Then somehow I got into Dhaka College. I appeared BCom from Abu Jor Gifari College, and I did my MBA from IBA. So I think you can match ourselves that we are all from the same world. We are from Bangladesh, and we are here with a purpose, right? Thank you for your patience. I take care of marketing, sales, and customer service in Grameenphone, and I have a purpose here. When Sharif invited me, this is the first time probably I am exposed to people outside Grameenphone without having a purpose of talking about Grameenphone and product and services. So pardon me if I bring in that product and services what I am used to talk about. You know, so I'm not very used to talk about other than those product and services. We talk about the customer experience part of it. The message from my side, we have an unknown journey every day. And you have an unknown journey, right? You have an unknown journey every day. And how have I gone through that unknown journey? I would like to share with you guys. But before that, do you have anything in your mind? You are here for, I'm sure, some purpose. What's your objective? What's your curiosity today? Anything in your mind so that I can talk about? I can be really open to discuss something you will really help you to understand. No? You must be something in your mind that you are sitting here. Yes. Sorry? Marketing. You want to know marketing. Okay? Anything else? Yeah. Networking. Okay? Management. You want to know sales. Okay? Come in front.
Your experience.
My experience,
Yes.
okay? That I can surely share my experience. Anything else? You guys are opening up. Okay, I think enough. So you have curiosity, you know, it's like you are here, there are millions of youth, but you are here, sitting here, you want to listen something, and you have that curiosity, and that is something probably the best thing, I would say, that when you mentioned that you want to know sales, marketing, management, you know, if you have that curiosity, you will get to know. I think this is a world when I talk about that this is an unknown journey we are talking about. This is a world what's something big happening. Do you feel? What's the difference than the 5 years back and today? Anyone? What's the difference? What's the big thing happening? Digitalization. Yes, internet, right? That is something, the big thing happening. And if you have the curiosity, you know, if you have the curiosity, if you have willingness to know something new, something different, you have the power today which were not there 5 years back. No? So when I started, you wanted to know sales, marketing and everything. If I talk about my career, I started we tried, some of our friends tried to do business. You know, we wanted to be entrepreneur and we failed. We were not successful at the end. Yes, we were seeing success, but our purpose of life were not clear. So I think if I share with you that you must have a purpose of your life, you know, and that's if you bring more and more clarity, you will see more and more you are progressing. So we could not progress because we were not clear about actually what was our business model and what we wanted to do. So that was the learning. However, I was completing at that point of time my MBA degree, and I somehow started my internship in ANZ Greenless Bank. You know, ANZ Greenless Bank later on merged with Standard Chartered Bank. So it was a multinational bank, and it was pretty good that when I was doing my internship, at the end of 3 months, they wanted me to continue. So I got another contract for 6 months, and towards the end of 6 months, I have been told that Azman, if you apply for job, you will be in management training, you will continue in your job. You know, something I would like to tell you, that you need to find yourself what do you like. You know, just don't go for something, you know, the job which is in money or which is in prestige with an issue. It's like something you also need to like from by your heart. It can be very small. That you can make big if you like it. So I got a job offer, but I felt that was not for me. Banking is not for me. Yes, I respect the career, I respect the institution, but somehow I felt that is not for me. I started applying for different organizations. That is more of like everyday creativity. That is more of like going out, extrovert, and interacting with people, making something new. So I started applying for like say Lever Brothers, let's say Reckitt and Benckiser, British and Tobacco, you know, and one clicked. One clicked, what is the British and Tobacco? I would like to share in that particular one day, you know, so I was sitting with my father, and he was asking me, you know, it's like I was not very close to my father. He was not basically tracking me all through in my educational life. But somehow in that particular moment, he and myself were sitting together, and he told me that what's your day today? And then I mentioned that I have an interview, you know, so he got to know I have an interview. So he said that, okay, fine, what's your preparation? So I said, I don't have any preparation, but I need that job. So he said, why do you need that job? So I said that, you know, it's like, I didn't like bank and everything. I want to be a different organization where I can share my creativity, you know, it's like thinking and everything. So he mentioned to me, okay, fine, but, you know, it's like, that company probably doesn't need you. So it doesn't matter actually whether you think that you need that job. It is important to understand that whether they need you, because it's you as a product they are buying. They pay you salary every day. So don't go and appear in a way that, you know, if I share with you, that was the time that market was extremely difficult and different than what is basically British and Tobacco wanted to do there. You know, so it is different in a sense that market is hardly possible to change. That is extremely red market. You know red market? Red market is basically where you as an organization, you don't have any market share. You cannot sell your product. You know, so it's all about competition, 90%. But those 1.5 years in Chatpur, I think I still relate that helped me so much. Because I kept trying, I failed, I tried, I failed, I tried, I failed. It's again and again and again the same story. You know? And that is something I feel today still, that I learned something, that don't give up. You know, the resilience nature of it. You know, going through an unknown territory, which you are not aware of, which a big company like British and Tobacco could never crack there in the market. You know, then you as an individual trying to make something different. And in the process, the amount of learning I had, because of the nature of that market, probably I was not successful. But that learning of not giving up, you know, having the hope, trying to change, is actually helping me still after 18 years of my small career. So what the message I would like to, if I talk about, what I would like to share here with you is, it is extremely important those early days of your career. Be honest, be honest, put your best effort. Give your thinking, What I mean that every person is unique. Every person is unique. I have probably one strength, you have a different one. If I have a development area, you have an also development area. But you have any strength, how do you utilize that one? That is important. And each of you can make difference if you use that strength you have and you can identify that one. And that early stage of your career is extremely important to find out that inspiration from you and and build on that one again and again and again. In my next step of my career, before I get into that one, as you all are getting into your career, your corporate world, extremely important one thing to understand, the world has changed a lot in a sense of transparency, So it's a world of internet, it is a world of digital. Here it is important you keep your honesty, you keep your compliance, you keep doing the right things you are supposed to do. Don't try to take the shortcut. Put your best effort in your early days of your career. That's extremely important. I cannot teach you probably within 10 minutes sales, but if you are honest when you get into a job and if you try your level best, you will find it out. Because in our textbook, when we are graduating, there are a lot of theoretical things, but when you are going out, you are talking to a retailer. You wanted to be a salesman, right? Yes. Okay. So there is a retailer, you think there is a grocery outlet in, let's say, Chatpur in railway station, and he keeps his banana in front of his shop. Why? He knows if it is there, it will sell. He knows if it is not there, he will not able to sell within next 2 days. These guys are intelligent. They are running their business. They are not educated, but they have this something here, what you can learn, what you can't learn from your textbook. So I think it's extremely important on those early days, try to observe, try to listen your retailers, try to listen your customers. Get as much as learning. And even being failed, as I mentioned that I was not successful in Chatpur, but even being failed there, the learning I have taken, I think that helped me a lot. I'll now to fast track. I came from Chatpur to Dhaka, and I got in like a very early career. I got an international posting from British and Tobago in Pakistan. That was also fine. But the message again I would like to relate that, that you need to have the courage to go through this unknown territory. You need to be aware that you have something, you have one strength in you that you will able to identify and you will win. So don't get afraid if you are not aware of things. Yes, you get afraid. Yes, everyone. I am also afraid. Standing here, I never stood in front of the students. So I am also afraid. But don't get afraid that you won't be able to do it. Take your bet. Move ahead. I came back from British and Tobago selling cigarettes to the retailers from a technology company, Grameenphone. So after 6th or 7th year of my career in British and Tobago, I joined in Grameenphone. I would say once again, I will say the same thing. This was again an unknown territory, and you need to get into it. And you will find yourself if you are honest. So what I learned there in a new organization, it is again what I have learned probably in my early days in Chatpur, that listen people, this retailer had something to say to you. And this is a technology company, educated people, listen to them, you will learn, you will get to know. If you need to have the curiosity inside, that's extremely important. You need to able to identify things by out of your own curiosity. As I mentioned, the world has got changed. It's an extremely powerful thing. No matter what in telecom or banking, everywhere, any industry, this works. This has so much of power to get the knowledge. Use this one. So I started British and Tobago to Grameenphone. Again, it's a sales track because I was in sales. But, it's like because of my curiosity, because of my, probably what I heard, that probably my willingness to know something different. I got a call from our group CEO that Azman, you are posted in Uninor, which is in India, and you will be leading in a state. So you are a CEO of Orissa. And so I was extremely afraid. It's like I've never worked in technology. I have never worked for marketing, pricing, product, digital, internet. I am just a mere distribution guy. But it was a call at 12 o'clock midnight. He has given me half an hour that I need to confirm him that I would like to take that one. I said yes. Okay. I went there. I think I keep saying you guys again and again that it is that again an unknown territory, but what helped is basically trying to understand the need of our customers. You cannot probably, without knowing, you cannot probably develop something, but if you listen your customer and if you understand what they do, they need, then you can find out the way you have the resources to develop something new. That continued 2.5 years in India. From Orissa to, after 7 months, I went to Karnataka, lead the state Karnataka. I was there for 2 years. And then again that fortunate moment came in, and then I have been asked to lead the global development of digital distribution. You think that person who has led always and physical world of distribution, retailers, he has been assigned for a work which is digital distribution. I think I was the most afraid at that point of my career, and I was supposed to be based in Norway and Oslo. It's like it's not in my comfort zone. No, it's out of my comfort zone, entirely out of my comfort zone. So I went there. I think I live with that curiosity and try to learn every day. Try to interact with people, listen to the customers, and I believe in we have this something. That if we have the courage to make difference, if we have the courage to take the bet, it's possible. It is possible of each of you. Each of you are unique and having some strength. I came out from there successfully after running that show for 13 business units in the world. As I mentioned, I have done my schooling in Kakuli High School. I did my BCom in Abujor Gifari College. I was not even a student like you. I was a very average. I done my MBA with 2.55 CGPA. But I think that I live with that every day. I live with that curiosity, and I believe that each of us can make that difference in our world. Thank you. I'll finish within 2-3 minutes. What is important today, that world, when we started probably 17, 18 years back, that was a world we are all looking forward for a job, So we wanted a job. But this has changed now. I feel every day I can make a new business. This is again a changing trajectory we are. This is again the power of this digital and internet. I think half of you can be the new innovator, and you can be the person who can change the world. We can create job. I think utilize this one. I feel like so unfortunate. I'm like overwhelmed by leading a company, being in a senior position. But every evening I feel so bad. It's like there's so much of opportunity, so much new things to do that change the world, challenge probably a financial institution, challenge the guy who is running probably one digital organization or 2 more. I can make even more something different. Why don't I think that every woman can rent their dresses to someone else? And it is possible. Simply use your Facebook or simply use a new platform. I am talking about a very simple thing what you can probably rate. But so many different things is possible. I think that's something I will urge to all of you, that yes, there is an scarcity in your job. You are privileged. You are coming out from a good school and universities. You will get a job, but you can think different. You can make the difference in this world with the power of internet and digital, what's making every day challenging us the way we work. it gives us so much of power. You doesn't need to have a big organization, big finance and funding and everything if you want to start somewhere. Have that curiosity in your mind, observe things happening. The things started changing, the transparency started coming, the bad things what we see in Bangladesh that will not be there in years. Today if someone cheated with VAT, it comes in the Facebook. This is a transparent world now. What we have probably faced, the difficulties in the system, this will evaporate. You will see a different world, and you need to get ready for that. I have been notified that I have only 2-3 minutes, so I'll have to stop. I had so many things to share, but thank you, Sharif, that he wanted me to hear to at least talk about for half an hour. But last thing, I will talk about the two statements from the two great leaders. One is Steve Jobs once mentioned that the people who are crazy enough that they can change the world, they are the people who will do it. You understand? People who can think that crazy enough, they can change the world, they can do it. Okay? One. Okay, this great guy has done this and he is mentioning that one. But think, today you have I challenge you all, you go back home, you try to do the push-up. How many push-up you can do? How many push-up? 20, okay? And anyone else? And day one you will find 50. Very good. Give a clap to Abdul Bhai. It's like I was inspired by one of my line managers when I was in India. So he came and landed early in the morning, 1 o'clock, in the 7 o'clock he went to the gym and he wanted a meeting when he was in gym. I see he was pushing up. I went back home, I wanted to follow him. First day I could do 3, Second day 4. Within 15 days 7. 1 month it went up to 30. And then it continued. Now I can do 50. I can try, Abdul Bhai. But that the thing is, what I'm talking about, that if you have a real insight, if you want to make a difference, you can make it. What Steve Jobs mentioned, that the guys who once have the crazy mind to change the world, they can do it, and it's possible. I'll just relate this with the other statement. This is the guy who changed in the tech world. The other guy, Mandela, who has changed the world, who worked for the humanity. He mentioned, then don't judge by my success. Judge by every time I fell and I have the courage to stand up. So when Steve Jobs is talking about that you can make the change in the world, Mandela is talking about, you will fail, but you need to stand up. So I think this world has got changed. Learn from get connected, think different, have the curiosity, you will win. All the best wishes, guys. Thank you.